with a sense of clarity. I can never be the one for you. Hey, 'cause I feel better in my own world. Trying to be perfect tends to wear me out. And I've been wondering when this road ends. Tired of being hopeless, paralyzed with doubt. It's like I've been walking on a tightrope, trying to change my mind, but I'm too far to quit. And you can keep your shiny light, 'cause I'm in love with diamonds. We're flawless as it is. Flawless as it is. Flawless as it is. When you're young, the world might break you down. Fell off a couple times, but I'm better now. I found my smile, but it took a little darkness and silence in the middle of the night. I learned to take my time with healing up my mind and knowing it's alright. Oh, 'cause I feel better in my own world. Trying to be perfect tends to wear me out. And I've been wondering when this road ends. Tired of being hopeless, paralyzed with doubt. It's like I've been walking on a tightrope, trying to change my mind, but I'm too far to quit. And you can keep your shiny light, 'cause I'm in love with diamonds. We're flawless as it is. Flawless as it is. Flawless as it is. Oh no, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. It's like I've been walking on a tightrope, try to change my mind, but I'm too far to quit. And you can keep your shiny light, 'cause I'm in love with diamonds. We're flawless as it is.
And remember, we might be highlighting your plays on social too. You can find us at NBA2K_2K TV.
And check back here next week for more 2K TV.
It's the buzzer beater. Here are the Nuggets unloading from the team bus earlier on, anxious to get down to business with this road battle looming. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The fog pouring across the Golden Gate Bridge and into the Bay Area tonight. We're just about set for action. Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this Friday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Now to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months, the scope of that for Green.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, Coach Mike Malone had this to say about his understated superstar, Nikola Jokic. Malone said he's truly beloved by all his teammates. No ego, a little bit goofy, doesn't take himself too seriously, and with his success, he's still the same kid. That's why everybody cares about him and respects him. Kevin?
The Nuggets lucky to have him. Thanks, David. And in tonight's game, pride definitely burned at stake when you were with the Spurs, or any of the teams. Talk about some of the epic conference rivalries you played in.
Well, I always go back to playing against the Phoenix Suns in the 7 seconds or less Steve Nash-led teams, along with Amari Stoudemire, and what Mike D'Antoni was introducing to the game back in 2005, 2006. which, by the way, Kevin, everybody is doing now.
Right, yeah.
But tremendous talent on the court at that time, tremendous disparity in style of play, and watching Steve Nash during MVP years trying to conduct his team against the vaunted Spurs. Fantastic, incredibly competitive match.
And a lot of speed. I mean, it was eye-opening to watch.
And it was the Spurs trying to catch up. So how are we going to do the rock'em sock'em game against the 7 seconds or less? We kind of took care of it.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. And it's Barton in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Warriors, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Green, and it's Chris in at the 5. Here's Murray, following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. Barton, wide open, he fires. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. Millsap passes to Murray. Denver passing it around. Back to Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
Like that from Murray right there. When he's passing it like this, it can make him so much better and so much more open.
Curry's shot is good.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Now here's Murray. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
Well, if Murray gets his slashing game together like that, that's a good sign for his offense. Love how confident he is.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Harris against Wiggins. Harris passes to Jokic. Basket is good, the assist from Harris. And that's now 6 points for Jokic.
Just continuing to develop an overall game that was evident coming into the league. Gary Harris getting better at spotting the open man.
And it goes down 2 points.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Murray, no good.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Nuggets have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. The tray, the offensive rebound. Jokic on the follow.
Well, Jokic is big, Jokic is long, and he does a great job there of corralling that ball and taking advantage of his length.
Here's Curry, and it falls over the rim and in. Curry's got 9.
Strong start here early. 4 of his first 5 made.
Murray with it. Now Green defending. Green with the block.
You can see Draymond Green so fired up every time he has a chance to impact the game defensively.
Thompson. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
And they are earning points with the jump shot now.
Murray against Curry. Here's Barton. And Barton throws it down.
Well, you got to watch out when Barton leaves the floor, throwing the hammer down there.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. They beat the Nuggets during their last encounter in Denver.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
Well, the second unit came in last game and just played lights-out basketball. I'm sure they'd like to do that again.
Checking out some numbers here for Harris, breaking down his play since the All-Star break. 4th in three-point field goal percentage, and he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And yeah, he's one of the dead-eye sharpshooters in the game for sure. A top 5 percentage guy from deep. Just a hard man to slow down.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
And for Steph Curry, certainly one of the best to ever play. Iguodala said last season, Brent, that he's already the second best point guard to ever play in pro basketball.
Well, high praise from Andre Iguodala, and why wouldn't you talk about Steph that way? You tally up MVPs and titles and his impact on the game and what he's done to change the way the game is played. The case for Steph Curry to be the top point guard ever is getting stronger and stronger every season. The guy that he's going to have to knock off the top of that shelf, I think, for most everybody who's been basketball fans for a long time, is one Magic Johnson.
The first free throw is good.
And I have just been so impressed with the way Jamal Murray has added to his game. Keeps pushing himself every offseason to make the most of his abilities as a player and continues to be a consistent threat from the outside.
And so Murray nails both of them. And with Murray, Greg, you forget how young he is. He entered the NBA right out of his freshman year at Kentucky.
I mean, Murray was taken 7th in his draft and has kind of flown under the radar from that class. But the more you watch him, the more you feel like you're seeing a star in the making.
Now here's Barton after the miss from Stephen Curry. Pass to Jokic. Wide open look here for Murray. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Murray's got 7 points in the game.
Now that's not bad form there. You don't have to tell Murray twice to let it fly from there with that much room.
Curry's shot is good.
6 of 8 from the field, 75%. Just scoring the ball at will.
Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 15.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out, give him some space, let him get to work.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Denver. Trailing by 2, and good that time.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Thompson. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
I mean, he can just put in difficult shots from time to time, not affected at all by the contact.
In the corner, it's Harris. Beyond the arc. Sinks the triple. No shortage of drama here early on.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number this early.
And it's Green missing.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Now here is Harris. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
Chris rises up, and is he playing volleyball, Kevin? He just spiked that one away.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. With the playoffs around the corner, Brent, some teams already making vacation plans. Talk about the disappointment that those kinds of teams are feeling right now.
Yeah, you start the beginning of training camp with ideas of wanting to play into the postseason, and you know the realization of that goal is not going to be met. And what you want to do is remember your opportunity as a player, Kevin, to go out and still compete. You might not be back with the team that you're playing the end of the season with, the last 10 games. Maybe you're somewhere else. But there are teams, as we've always said, still watching you. And so don't ever get away from the idea of the competition as the season winds down.
They always say the eye in the sky doesn't lie. Everything is on tape, right? I mean,
and they are assessing how it is that you approach that, because you show your stripes when things are not going well. What kind of character do you have?
And both free throws good for Wiggins. Greg, this season is the first time in the last 4 or 5 years that Golden State will not be the prohibitive favorites to win it all.
I mean, back-to-back devastating injuries in the finals. Kevin Durant departing in free agency with time and health. Will they retake the throne? Oh, we'll just have to wait and see.
Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Denver. Right now, they're locked into third place in the conference, looking to get a high seed for the playoffs. And, of course, Golden State. They're much further down in the standings right now.
And for the Warriors, they're already looking to the offseason. And that's a shame. Their fans deserve a little bit more from this team.
And the body language right now kind of telling the story. Losing takes a huge toll on you, especially during an 82-game grind.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Now here's Barton. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
And also in that one, he had the opposition on pins and needles on the defensive end of the floor, recording 4 steals that night on his way to an overall stellar game.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Warriors trail by 5. Here's Thompson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Gary Harris. And you see Clay back out on the court. Can't help but think of him going down with that torn ACL in the final.
And Clay showed exactly how tough a player he is. Stayed in to hit his free throws, asked to stay in the game, and became an instant legend even in that losing effort. How about the heart?
No good on the free throw.
And you look at the development of how Clay has attacked the rim over his career. What was once a weak spot for him has now become a strength as his finishing improves every year.
Torrey Craig, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Good on the second free throw. You know what, Greg, you're right thinking back to Thompson. He had his early struggles at the rim.
And that's a distant memory for Clay now. I mean, he's dunking more often and with more force when he goes at the rim. It has made him an even more complete shooting guard.
Porter's checked in for Barton. Now here's Murray, guarded closely. Jokic trying to free himself up. Murray, good. Murray's got 17 now.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
The shot's good.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
Here's Craig, right now averaging about 5 points a game. He dishes it to Millsap. Again, the Nuggets score.
Millsap anticipating the pass there and set himself up for the shot.
Here's Wiggins. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
They shoot again. Jokic, no good.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
And that one off the back of the rim and in. Now just a 2-point Nugget lead. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Here's Craig from past the arc. And again, Denver with the triple.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Shot on the wing, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Yeah, you got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
To the inside, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
Well, at 6'8", Millsap is still a threat to get up in the air and get those down.
Wiggins inside the line. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. The Nuggets leading by 3. Pass to Jokic. Lets it go with the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. He has 6.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
Trains the three-pointer.
The defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. Well, whether you love him or hate him, you can't deny that Draymond Green is one of the more unique players in the league.
There really isn't anyone else like Draymond. I mean, who does everything for a team but score. I mean, not only can he play all positions on both ends of the floor, but also to be the emotional leader. Truly a special player.
First one falls for him. You know, Brett, we know guys love really jawing at each other. What was your criteria for issuing a double technical for trash talk?
Yeah, in today's game, it's kind of like it could be a whisper or a wink, you know, the way that they look at it.
It's both sides, doesn't it?
And they just try to curtail anything that could escalate, Kevin. That's really what the referees are doing. As soon as they see some kind of body movement or see guys starting that way, they want to cut it off before anything else happens. So the criteria is a little bit confusing. And sometimes I like to see them getting after it a little bit.
Now, here is Morris. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
Yeah, no more can we talk about underrated jumping ability from the Plumlees. Suddenly he's up and attacking the rim.
Here's Wiggins. They trail by 7. Pascal, bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Such a big part of what he does for this team. Just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
And the dunk by Grant.
Trust me, defense wants to keep Grant out of the paint, and he wants to get in there. That's why.
Wiggins. That was something else.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. Last game for the Warriors, it was a loss to the Nets. Pass to Craig. Back to Morris. This one for 3. And again, Denver with the triple.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Pascal. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow them.
There's the pass to Grant. And Denver again with the bucket.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Warriors trail by 10. Here's Wiggins. Great touch on the 16-footer. Wiggins has got 14 points.
Somebody came to play tonight. 6 out of his first 7.
Passes it to Craig. And it's off from three-point range. And so Green will bring it up for the Warriors. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Unreal. Wow, what a setup there. Green plays with great speed and plays with great pace, and that's a nice field play.
The Nuggets leading by 6. Morris outside. Out to the right wing. Here's Craig. A three-pointer off the mark. Here's Wiggins. And the shot goes in. He's got 18.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Here's Craig. 9 points in the game so far. The shot's good from Plumlee.
Though he's not the biggest scoring threat, Plumlee does have the size and athleticism to cause defenders some problems down there.
Porter with a block.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Your Warriors, Smiley.
We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Now, here is Morris. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Denver shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Shooting for Denver, Monte Morris. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And Morris drops them both. We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the first. Poole makes it off the glass.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
Team foul.
He gets it up. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. Nuggets ahead, up by 6. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. All the great Golden State Warriors scores, Draymond Green spoke about feeding the hot hand.
I think there are times where one of the guys needs to take more shots, and sometimes where we can be a little bit too unselfish. You know, if one guy thinks, hey, man, I'm taking too many shots, let me get someone else involved. But if you got it going, we all want you to shoot.
Why not? Green knows that, Greg, if you're in the zone, keep firing.
And with his unselfishness and vision, Green more often than not is the one setting the table.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Just stretching out the floor in that first, they had the defense scrambling.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, they've got Andrew Wiggins, and it's Looney in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. What improvements, Brent, do you like to see out of players going from season 1 to their second season in the league?
Biggest thing, Kevin, turnovers. Player comes into the league, has an opportunity to play, wants to rush things, plays too fast, doesn't have an ability to slow down and make reads. From season 1 to season 2, and given the role and responsibility for that player, when you watch a guy whose ability to take away the mistakes, the simple mistakes he made last year, that's growth.
Because it's connected to so many other areas of his game.
Right, and he's not trying to do things that he wasn't capable of doing when he came into the league last year. He's understanding more of where it is that he's best suited in possessions and for that offense.
Good explanation. Now, here is Morris. Out to the wing. High, arcing shot, and there's the nice layup by Plumlee. Plumlee's got 6.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
And here is Morris after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Morris against Curry. Morris with the bucket. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Curry can't get it to go. Denver in the lead. Here's Craig. 9 points in the game so far. Nailed from three-point land. 7 points in the game.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
And the basket by Curry.
all that work that Steph does before the game, getting pushed around on shot attempts, paying off there as he gets knocked off balance and still scores.
Now, here is Morris. He has 7, and it's in there.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Poole, and the layup's good off the glass. Poole's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. The Nuggets have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Porter against Curry. Pass to Craig. Off target with his 3. And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors, trailing by 2. Got that bucket in no time at all. Here's Morris.
Stephen Curry.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And a wide open look for Porter. Again, the Nuggets score.
And shots like this are why people are just so high on Porter. Has such a quick release on that jumper.
Curry gets the bucket. Denver's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Morris inside. Looney on him. Morris finds Porter, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Now that we have a moment, let's see who have been the top assist teams in the league this season. 4th, the Nuggets.
And you know, when your team has a lot of assists, it's testimony to the unselfishness, the patience, the ball movement, the player movement. They have shown all of that.
Here's Poole. 17 points for him last game against Brooklyn. The Nuggets have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Down low, here's Craig. That's good, and that evens things out for him. 50-50. 4 of 8 shooting this game.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Here's Curry, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Well, it's amazing that Steph can shoot where he shoots from, and the ball still looks like it's a soft finish around the rim.
Now, here is Morris. He has 7. Here's Porter. And Looney sends it back. And it's the Warriors on the break.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Denver calls timeout. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
Well, I hope this one is not to draw up a play, but to think about how they're going to defend that man. He's putting up some major numbers.
And the Warriors making a change here. Thompson's checked in.
And taking a look at some numbers for Jamal Murray. He's really producing here second half of the season. He's right around 17 points a night, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And very few players in the league can go out and produce like he has. Just a great stretch for him.
It keeps playing like this, and you know in arenas, especially at home, when the star player is playing this well, those MVP chants come raining down.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
Just a flashback, digital flash. He's the one with it. Now he is black boy. Used to be black. Flashback, digital flash. Going around it.
A chance to look at the stats for Nikola Jokic. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. 14th in rebounding, 18th in steals, and with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands, and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And you mentioned how powerful he is on the boards, going full throttle at both ends every play, really helping his team compete for wins. That one good for 2. Jokic has got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Well, Greg, the rapid ascension of Nikola Jokic into NBA stardom has been nothing short of amazing. You know, he really is an elite center now.
I mean, he's the best player on a very talented young team in the West. I would not be surprised to see him win an MVP in the next few years. I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
It's Curry with the drive, and it's good. 2 points. Curry's got the lead up to 6 now for the Warriors.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Here's Murray, right side Millsap. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
Just competing right now. Millsap wanting to make the most out of that possession.
Here's Curry, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
The feed now to Murray. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Murray's got 22.
Murray right now just on a roll, scoring at will on the offensive end.
Here's Thompson, and he uses the glass on the layup. Thompson's got the lead back up to 6 now for the Warriors.
That's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
That one drops for him. And that's 12 points for Jokic.
Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with his shot. Jokic, tremendous concentration.
Chalk up 2 there. 34 points for Steph Curry.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
To the left side wing. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Here's Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
Jokic is a big center, tough to contain close to the basket. That's a nice throwdown.
Looney, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Harris passes to Millsap. And there's the defensive 3-second call. Denver shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here. And while Murray is known, Brent, for his outside shooting, he's very strong with his in-between game as well.
Yeah, he's got a lot of options offensively and getting more and more in contact with Jokic on those high screen and rolls. Devastating, Kevin, when he gets to that left hand, gets around the free throw line and shoots that high floater. There are nights where he does tons of damage with that. I mean, the stroke looks good. He's moving well out there. What a sensational start to this game. Perfect from the field.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
And the shot goes down.
Nice to see when Klay Thompson's in attack mode. He's got defenses running at him every night to chase him off the three-point line.
Harris passes to Jokic with the fadeaway. Green with the rebound. Warriors leading by 6. That's tipped over Millsap, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Green keeping a good focus on the way up, beating the defense that time.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Denver Nuggets. They're off to San Antonio after this game, bringing their show to the AT&T Center. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. Pass to Millsap. Double team on Millsap. Inside, here's Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
Well, Barton had a good feel about what was happening defensively, and his teammate was wide open.
From the baseline, good as the jump shot falls. Curry's got the lead up to 8 now for the Warriors.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
Now, here's Millsap. 20 points for him last game against Dallas.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Goes up the baseline, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Well, you have to think, if Jokic is that good a passer, his mind is always working. Why not work it to get contact like that?
Well, you know, you watch Nikola Jokic out there, and he just moves like a guard. The way he approaches the game, sees the court, and shoots just aren't found in that center position.
Wiggins is checked in for the Warriors. Free throw, good. Jokic. Greg Jokic has so many tools at his disposal. He's a walking triple-double threat.
The passing and vision is what really sets him apart at that center position. The offense can run through him and should run through him with how he can distribute the ball.
Feeds it to Millsap. Barton outside. In the corner, Murray with it. A 3-ball. The Warriors pull it in. Green's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So good. 1 free throw coming up.
How about battling through the impact there and then wheeling that basketball in?
The Warriors have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
The Nuggets trail by 10. Curry with the steal. Here's Chris. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Marquise Chris, you got to remember, 240 pounds, so scoring through contact is possible.
Denver calls timeout.
And, you know, you see it every day, but it still doesn't make it any less impressive. The amount of skill that Steph Curry has on the floor, the shooting, the passing, the agility, he has it all. Check out the stats for Chris. In the second half of this season, he's been nothing short of spectacular, getting around 12 points a game, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. And when it all comes together for him, this is what he's capable of.
Yeah, this is what his coaches have been waiting for that light bulb to turn on, and right now, it is burning bright. He looks fantastic.
Curry, good.
and that's his second in this quarter, guys. He's made 3 so far this game and is showing no signs of slowing down.
Murray for 3. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
So you got to be aware of Murray there. You just know he's aiming to get payback with a triple.
Count it. Curry's got 43 points.
Seemed to be laying in the weeds there in the first quarter, but now we're seeing him come out, put all the cards on the table, and ramp it up.
Barton outside. Back to Murray. To the paint. Here's Jokic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Jokic doing a better job there of using his body inside and getting the angle, then finds his way to the line.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
2 shots.
Free throw, good. Jokic.
And for a big man, Jokic is more than just a good free throw shooter. He is fantastic.
A different look for Denver. Plumlee is checked in for Millsap, and Morris subbed in for Gary Harris. And Jokic drops them both.
Well, his body control is phenomenal, and his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
Good on the bucket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Murray outside. He kicks to Plumlee. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
And Morris has got the ball here for Denver. Murray outside. Back to Morris. From outside the arc. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket for Murray.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Denver's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Morris finds Plumlee. Barton surveying the floor. They double him with Wiggins. Back to Plumlee. Just 5 on the clock. Buries it down low. Plumlee's got 12.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Here's Poole. Plumlee with the rebound. The Nuggets trail by 11. Barton passes to Plumlee, and he trims the lead to single digits. 14 points for him.
Textbook assist there from Will Barton, moving the ball around. Sometimes you just get rewarded like you did there.
Basket good. And the Warriors lead by 11.
Yeah, he's going to knock that down if you give it to him. Uncompetitive there defensively.
Well, defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Here with Andrew Wiggins. Andrew, for you personally, a great first half. You really got to the rim a lot of times. What are you seeing out there?
Just a mindset to attack the rim early, try to mark my presence.
We certainly saw you in the first half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. What a start it was for Stephen Curry. He had a scoring performance for the ages, putting up an enormous amount of points, 2 assists and 1 rebound. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
Well, Ernie, it's hard to contain a guy with unlimited range. Then you have the ball handling. You also got that feet work. Steph's just on another level when it comes to creating space for a shot.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Denver?
Well, I think they could be way more physical than they have been in the first half. Their defense gave up way too many easy looks, and that kind of defense will turn to a loss any night.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Curry has been sensational.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Warriors leading by 11. Taking a look at the Nuggets. At the forward slots, it's Barton and Millsap. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. And it's Jokic in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Murray, following the basket by Stephan Curry. The pass to Jokic. Floats one. Here's Millsap. And another shot. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Millsap does a great job of getting himself in position to come away with the rebound.
And how about the transition from Paul Millsap, going away from that star role to being more of a role player here in his later years? No longer needed to carry the torch, if you will, in terms of scoring and rebounding, but he can still give you just a bit of everything else at this stage.
Free throw good for Millsap. And with Millsap, you can just see him contribute in so many ways.
I mean, a great passer for his position and also very unselfish with his offense. Still a plus defender with how often he is giving up size on the inside.
Here's Jokic, following the basket by Stephan Curry. Passes it to Barton, launches it. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Curry. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Wiggins with the rebound. Warriors leading by 9. The 19-foot shot. Nice jump shot. Good. Wiggins has got 22 points.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Jokic uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, the versatility of this young stud, Jokic, is just ridiculous. Shoots threes, posts up, put the ball on the floor. Did I mention passing? I mean, he is at his best when it matters most. This game is theirs as long as he can keep this up.
Millsap left side. To the middle, here's Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
And Millsap right now unselfish and looking for guys if they're open.
Here's Curry. Green breaking loose. Curry gets the bucket. Curry's got 51.
Excellent play. Just adding fuel to the fire and really trying to put this one out of reach.
This is what great players try to do. They're not allowing the opposition to gain any kind of hope to try and get back in the game.
Here's Wiggins, and Wiggins throws it down hard.
And there's one thing that's never been in question about Wiggins, his ability to be a high-volume scorer. And in case you needed a reminder, he's giving you one tonight.
Here's Murray, the Warriors making the shot. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Barton, no luck.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
This team did something at halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Good work from Millsap there, getting the defense up in the air and then gets the foul.
The Nuggets have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
First free throw is good.
Paul Millsap has been underrated for most of his career. A consistent double-double threat and has performed at an all-star weekend.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Porter's checked in. And so Paul Millsap nails both of them.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
And the basket by Curry.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Good work there as it goes. 30 points for Jamal Murray.
Well, the rest of the team has looked pretty bad tonight, but he's done a fantastic job of scoring the ball and carrying the load on offense.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Well, Coach Mike Malone has grown up with this young Nuggets team. He says that he believes in the youth of this team.
Well, the future is so bright for the Denver Nuggets, and really where you have to give Mike Malone a ton of credit is when they made the decision between their two bigs, Jokic and Nurkic, sticking with Jokic and then changing their entire offensive style to play from a point center position. It has paid huge dividends.
Now here's Murray after the miss from Stephen Curry. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Nikola Jokic.
Now that basket must be widening out right now, Kevin. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Sort of reminding me of a little Ben Wallace action here from his years with the Pistons. He's been that much of a force rebounding the ball.
Now here is Harris, following the miss by Andrew Wiggins, and that one's good by Porter.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Warriors leading by 7. Here's Thompson, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Thompson's got 11.
I like how Clay shook loose on that one, skilled at getting some room for himself to get up that shot.
Jokic, good D by Thompson.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Chris gets the bucket.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Now Millsap, following the miss by Gary Harris from deep. And a moment now to check out who the Warriors have coming up on their schedule. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks. Then on Monday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors. Timeout called the Warriors. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
cause my band's big, dog.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
And checking out some stats for Lee. He's been more than solid over the last month, averaging about 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
And he makes the first.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
And so he makes both from the line. Warriors leading by 9. Baseline jumper, and he overshot that one, missing.
Yeah, it's pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
Now here's Murray. 32 points in the game. Millsap has the open look. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. 15 points for Millsap.
That's Millsap's bread and butter there. Good mid-range shooter, and his shooting form on point.
And he makes that one.
To leave a guy like that wide open from range, big mix-up.
Down low. Tries again. And Looney sends it back. Murray for 3. Warriors with the rebound. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
Well, he was terrific in the first half, guys. Maybe some adjustments from the opposing team coach, and he's lost a little bit of that touch here in the second.
Teardrop shot, and that's 2 points on the layup. Murray's got 6 here in this quarter.
That's a tricky little move there as Murray found a little bit of space and then got that floater off.
Here's Lee, and Grant sends it back. Pass to Craig. That one's not going to go. The Warriors go the other way with it. Here's Thompson. The shot from the low post is good. Thompson's got 15.
Well, we love when players get hot, and Thompson right now is just feeling it.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. 11-point game. Pass to Craig. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Good D by Thompson. Here's Looney. He's got 5. Here's Pascal. And it's sent back by Millsap.
Great block from Millsap, sending that one back.
And why don't we quickly go to the 2K leaderboard and find out which shooting guards have been the hottest at the free throw line this season. The Warriors have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. The first free throw is good. A different look for Denver. Plumlee comes in for Paul Millsap. And Morris subbed in for Murray. So he gets them both. There are many players now signing shorter contracts in free agency. You've talked about this a lot. Does it make it harder or easier for the super teams?
Well, I think it makes it easier because all of a sudden a star player from another team becomes available that you could latch him on to somewhere else.
Any examples you could throw out there? That
I don't want to get into the specifics.
Okay, I understand.
I think we've seen it over the past 3 or 4 years with some of our star guys.
Yes.
I don't fault them because they're getting smarter. Players are a lot smarter about what it is that they can do with having the very few times, Kevin, that you have a say in your career as to where it is that you're going to play, and more importantly, the potential for what it is that financially you can make.
And playing for a championship.
For a championship, for potentially the opportunity to play with somebody who you've always thought you could either elevate their play or they could elevate yours. This is not going away anytime soon.
and a wise move to call timeout there. They need to settle down a bit. They've been playing out of control at times here, and it shows with their turnover numbers.
The Nuggets trail by 13. Now Morris. 7 points in the game. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Taking 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Warriors leading by 13, and it's Thompson with the jam.
Like how intense Clay's playing right now. Gets all the way to the rim that time.
Denver's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Morris passes to Porter. With the teardrop, the Warriors pull it in. Looney's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Lee. Plumlee with the rebound.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
And yes, it's good. That's now 8 points for Michael Porter.
And he's just adept at scoring in so many ways. It's clear Porter very comfortable operating inside.
Timeout called the Warriors. Making a switch here. And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. From the baseline. No good off the front iron.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Craig. Golden State's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. He gets that one. 21 points for Klay Thompson.
And how about the court awareness there? Peripheral vision of Curry. Strong feel for when guys are uncovered, finds the open man.
Now here's Porter. 8 points for him. Craig, good. Craig's got 16 points.
Is it possible his sweet touch is getting sweeter, guys?
Shoots from the baseline, and there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
And Steph Curry is a brilliant offensive basketball player. The D backs up, and he just shoots that one off the dribble.
And after essentially a redshirt rookie year with the Nuggets, Michael Porter Jr., the 14th pick in the 2018 draft, is back in action.
Could be a huge addition. Remember, Porter was projected as a top 2 pick entering his freshman season at Missouri. If he can stay healthy, you're adding an elite talent to your rotation.
That's just called working within the offense, as Thompson, unwilling to settle for a shot, has good vision and then sees the open man.
Yep, that one goes in there. Craig's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Now, there are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
And that one drops for him.
Well, you want to push Clay into those areas, and it's a little bit deflating when he starts to make perimeter jump shots more towards the inside.
Now, here's Porter. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut back down to 12 as they get that one from Craig.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Yeah, Steph with the initiative here, taking charge, and tonight making a ton of things happen.
Here's Porter. And Pascal pulls it down. Pascal's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. He's got 7.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Here's Morris outside Porter. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris.
Well, that's 2 teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Marquise Chris, he's checked in for Golden State. Andrew Wiggins comes in for Klay Thompson. Will Barton, he's checked in for the Nuggets. 43 seconds left to play in the third. Curry's shot is good.
And usually teams go on runs and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks, but not now.
Green against Grant. Tipped away. Higgins with the block. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Green. The baseline jumper goes down. Green's got 10.
Draymond Green making a good call that time in the open court.
Morris against Curry. Here's Grant. Green with the block. With the second effort, can't connect. And so it's the Golden State Warriors controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We come back right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Wiggins is out there with Curry. And there's Chris. And it's Green. That's the Warriors' 5. And how often do players argue calls knowing that they are in the wrong? They know they're going after something that was the correct call.
Let's just say often, Kevin. I mean, you just never the whistle.
Are they thinking ahead in terms of saying?
I don't think so. It's emotional. It's just an emotional reaction. I mean, you're out there running around and doing what you do, and you get a whistle. You're going to react to it like, oh, I did something wrong. Why am I in the principal's office right now? I want to get my side out. I know you saw it. Everybody does.
That sounds like you may have done a lot of that.
I try to avoid that, Kevin.
Did you? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't think that's healthy for you and your reputation.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
And here we go. Fast break. Wiggins has got it. over Harris. And again, Andrew Wiggins. Wiggins has got 6 in the quarter.
Just giving up way too many transition opportunities.
Morris passes to Plumlee. He feeds it to Harris. Wiggins with the block, and he's able to get it back.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
And it's Marquise Chris with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. A lot of missing stats from the 60s and 70s, but if we could go back and look at those actual numbers, any players you think would really be catching our eye in terms of, wow, I didn't know that guy was that good, or he's better than I thought he was?
Well, don't we always look at the incredible, mind-boggling numbers of Wilt Chamberlain
yes,
and think, what was that guy doing?
Yeah.
And we don't even have half of it.
No.
So Wilt Chamberlain comes to mind first. What I think about Kevin when that question comes up is how many great players through the 70s and also really through the 80s, because the three-point line wasn't accentuated enough, missed the opportunity to be even greater scorers. I mean, Jerry West with a three-point line. And
you imagine that?
You got to be kidding me. So there's a lot of gap of those players, too, that also because of changes in rules and because the three-point line wasn't in, that we would be talking about in terms of nostalgia and their accomplishments with a much different voice.
Even someone as recent as Jordan, with the rules the way they are now?
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
With the openness of the floor and what Michael could do, as if he wanted to prove he could do more.
Exactly. Now here's Barton, following the miss by Draymond Green. Barton passes to Murray. Harris outside. Trying to find Jokic, gets it to him. It's blocked. And pushing it up is Golden State Warriors again in transition. Here's Curry, and good! He hits it again. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Plumlee against Green. Plumlee, the pass to Murray. Harris goes back up, and he lays it up and in.
Gary Harris, the more he plays, the more he's going to understand where the ball's going to end up that time, getting on the offensive glass.
Curry's shot is off. The Nuggets shooting in this fourth quarter pretty dire at 27%. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. It's deflected, and he gets it back. And Plumlee kicks to Jokic. Shot clock at 5. Warriors with the rebound. Chris has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Harris against Wiggins, and the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That'll be his second foul of the game. Both teams deciding to change it up. Timeout called the Warriors. Brent, with advanced analytics becoming commonplace in the NBA, which stats do you personally hold most valuable?
Well, it's amazing to talk about effective field goal percentage. I laugh a lot about...
Which is everything shooting, free throws.
Yeah, well, I like to use true shooting percentage, Kevin, because that's where you adopt 3-point shooting percentage, 2-point shooting percentage, and your free throw percentage.
Everything.
But in talking to a lot of people around the league, general managers and coaches, I laugh inside to myself a little bit like, oh, so now shooting's important? Like what? Like now shooting's important around the league?
Right.
As if, you know, the time that you go out to start playing basketball, you grab a ball, you go towards the goal, and your goal is to make the shot. And so we're talking so much more about how much shooting is valued. Effective field goal percentage is tremendous, with true shooting percentage being not far behind.
And here are the Nuggets now. Here's Daniels. They get it back. Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on a 14-4 run right now. And it's blocked. Here's Bates Diop for three. Murray. Chris with the rebound. Chris has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Goes up on the wing, and the shot is good. Murray with it. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Bates Diop. Just 2 to shoot. And again, Denver, no good.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
But when a team hires a new coach, what tends to be the feelings of the players in that locker room, knowing there's a new voice in there?
If you are a veteran player, you have the opportunity, more than likely, Kevin, to call 5 or 6 resources that know who that coach is. Because most of the time coaches that are getting hired have previous NBA experience. If you're a younger player, you're looking at what it is that's being written and said about that coach to try to evaluate how it is that you're going to fit in. The biggest responsibility, Kevin, is that new coach trying to get as many of those players into the facility or at a meeting or at a dinner to have them understand from day one, as soon as possible, what it is that they're about, what it is he's expecting from them, and how it is he's going to go about them. Then all the other things about guesswork, those go away.
Right, all about communication.
That communication, and communication as quick as you possibly can, that's an important factor.
Schedule, yes. Here's Murray after the Warriors pick up 3. And Looney sends it back. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Plumlee.
Defensively, though, much improved here in the second half. They've limited the open looks, making them work for everything.
Wasted no time on that one.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
And the foul called on Kevon Looney. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Brent, we have seen some international showcase games the last few years. Do you like that trend?
Oh, absolutely. I like the fact that our league, we know how global it is with how many players from different countries are represented throughout the rosters around the league. But for our game to travel around to London and to Mexico City and have an opportunity for those fans to see what NBA basketball is like, I think it's an absolute win for the NBA.
I'd like to see more.
Well, more time for those teams. The timing of some of those trips for some teams are a little bit tough in terms of the travel, but their appearances there mean so much more to grow the game globally.
He gets it in there.
Elite passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to break his stride, so full speed, 2 points.
Cool. Offensive rebound. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
At the top of the key, Plumlee. No good on the shot, and it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Over in the corner, Lee. Another 3 for Golden State.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times. He's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
Fires from deep. And another 3 for Golden State.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
And here's Daniels. And it's Plumlee that time on the assist by Daniels. 18 points for Mason Plumlee.
Well, this is a gravity game right now. Whatever he throws up must come down. He's having a great game.
Wow, he is lighting it up here in the second half.
Denver's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Outside for Murray. The pass to Bates Diop. And here's Daniels. The three. He's off on that one. That's a 2 from Lee, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Lee's got 14 points now in the second half.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
Here's Murray. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got his third assist on the night.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Count it. Bowman. And Murray's got the ball here for Denver. Inside. Here's Plumlee. Hits the difficult fadeaway jumper. Plumlee's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, posting up big numbers is Plumlee tonight. Not something you're going to see often, but certainly a big spark for this offense. Could come down to selection. Bad shots in the first half. Here in the second, using his head, finding some more efficient opportunities to score.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
His first shot coming late, and another basket for Golden State. The Nuggets shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Got a piece of it. It's 2-on-1. Here's Looney. It's good.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, their energy level's been amazing. Battery bar still full, hustling and still working hard out there.
Vonleh. The three-pointer is right on target. Vonleh's got his first 3 points of the game.
He can hit from beyond the arc. We saw that from Vonleh in college, now just trying to gain consistency in the pros.
Bowman! Denver's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Great look, but off the mark. Golden State's gotten all but one of their three-pointers to go down in this game. They've gone 7 of 8 so far. The shot by Looney, no good. The Nuggets shooting just 30% from the field here in the fourth. Bates Diop, the pass to Plumlee. Here's Vonleh. Tries yet again, and the layup is up and in. Vonleh's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Warriors.
This has got to feel good. I mean, they never counted themselves out when they were down earlier, and they not only muscled their way back into the game, but wow, they're in a position, shockingly, to win this one easily.
It's all about the will to win. You have to admire the perseverance, never doubting one another, having that trust in your coaches. And I really like what we've seen here tonight. Boy, did they earn it.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And they've put themselves into the driver's seat in regards to the season series with this team. Tonight's win will give them a 2-1 edge with only 1 left to play.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Steph Curry.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Steph Curry.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
They'd lost 2 straight coming into this one, and he knew he needed to put his foot down. He's shown leadership tonight, getting them back on the winning track. fires at the elbow. Lee gets the bucket.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here. Zero defense. You can't let a good shooter have the wide open three.
Here's Bowman. It's rebounded by Vonleh. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. And the wide open shot from Morris. And again, Denver with the triple. 23 seconds left to play here in the fourth. The clock now can just run out for the Warriors. No good from Lee. Daniels with it. He's against Lee. Craig. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a three-point opportunity.
Torrey Craig. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And he makes both free throws. Here's Bowman, off target. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Steph, you guys were down. How did you get back, and what did you do to spark your team?
I don't know, just be aggressive. That's all we do. Shots are going to fall. As long as we got defensive stops and kept ourselves in the game, that we have enough talent on this team to turn the tide. So it says a lot about who we are and what our mission is this year.
Great win, Steph. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.